Good morning and welcome to this special meeting of the Town Board of Brighton, October 2nd, 2024. I'm Bill Maley, Brighton Town Supervisor. I call the meeting to order. Notice was given of this special Town Board meeting. I don't see anybody here in the room, but if there's anybody on Zoom or in the room, we do have time available for open forum. But seeing none, I'll ask Councilmember Warner for a motion to approve the agenda.
Bill, I move that we approve the agenda.
Second.
Discussion? Hearing none, Dan, please call the roll.
Councilmember Werner?
Aye.
Councilmember Wilt?
Aye.
Councilmember Corrado?
Aye.
Councilmember Salzman?
Aye.
Supervisor Mueller?
Aye. We do have two items of new business today, and those are the reason that we're holding this special meeting. We have been working for quite some time after receiving a grant from Senator Jeremy Cooney some time ago to complete a stretch of sidewalks along East Avenue near the Allens Creek School. This is an area where we faced some real construction challenges, primarily, if you're familiar with the area, with the really beautiful and iconic stone wall there as the elevation changes next to the road. We struggled finding a way to put sidewalks in to continue the sidewalks that currently stop at the Pittsford Town line to improve safety for children and families walking to Allens Creek School, and to continue that sidewalk network and connect through the Pittsford and, of course, along East Avenue as sidewalks run from there throughout the length of the town of Brighton. We added some sidewalks farther up near the Stone Tolan House earlier this year. So this is a small but important connection in the town's system. We have two items of new business. One of which will be to authorize entering into the low bid on the construction work that we received, and one is to retain a construction inspector as required for the project. So I will start with the first item. Christine.
I move that we authorize the supervisor to enter into a contract with Keeler Construction Company, Incorporated, in an amount not to exceed $302,545 for the construction of the East Avenue Sidewalk project, and to execute any necessary change orders that do not collectively exceed 10% of the awarded contract price. I move that we adopt the resolution as prepared by the attorney to the town.
Second.
Ken, is there anything you can summarize the bids that we got here? And
we had for about.
why don't you go up to the mic, or you can go up, whatever works.
We had submitted bid proposals requests, and on yesterday, October 1st at 10 o'clock, we had a bid opening where we received 3 bids. 3 bids ranged from the highest bid of $383,000 to the lowest bid of $302,545. Keeler Construction was the low bidder. We reviewed their submittal package and found it to be correct. So we were requesting the town board to approve that. One bit of note is that because of the very limited time for construction, several contractors have requested some kind of extension on our work hours. After reviewing, After reviewing the town code, we found very clearly states that because they're within 1,000 feet of residents, that the work hours Monday to Friday are 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. But there is a disclaimer in there that says, except in the case of urgent necessity in the interest of public safety. So after a discussion with the supervisor, we determined that getting sidewalks this year installed instead of waiting till spring or late spring was something that could be considered an urgent necessity for public safety, and that we extended the work hours to 9 p.m. for the contractors in the proposal package. And this is just Monday to Friday. We also determined that milling operations, which would be the loudest operation, would be restricted in those times. So pretty much they could do some minor excavation or any work up to 9 p.m.
But no milling after
But
7?
no milling after 7.
Good.
Can I assume that from a safety standpoint, once we start working on that busy roadway, the quicker that we get that closed up is going to enhance public safety as well?
Absolutely. Yep. They will maintain during construction two-way traffic. They have a middle turn lane, left turn, right turn lane, that they will be utilizing for one of the lanes of traffic and maintaining the second lane while they're working in the third lane and off to the edge of the right-of-way.
Thanks.
And the timing imperative is we are very close to the end of the construction season. There will be some work that will require asphalt used to fill back in work that's done in the paved area of East Avenue. Asphalt plants typically close sometime around November 15th. So we felt it was important, A, to hold this special meeting to award these bids so that work could begin as early as next week, which is what we expect. And again, the timing on the hours of work, which will also help the contractor ensure that the work can be completed while the asphalt plants are still open. Any further discussion on this matter? Hearing none, Dan, please call the roll.
Councilmember Werner?
Aye.
Councilmember Wilt?
Aye.
Councilmember Corrado?
Aye.
Councilmember Salzman?
Aye.
Supervisor Mealy?
Aye. Robin, if you would do the next one, please.
Certainly. The next matter seeks to authorize the supervisor to enter into an agreement with Ravi Engineering for construction inspection services for the East Avenue Sidewalk Project in an amount not to exceed $29,828.82, and to execute any necessary change orders that do not collectively exceed 10% of the cost of the agreement. I move that we adopt the resolution as prepared by the attorney to the town.
Second.
And again, Ken, I'll let you talk about this half of the project.
Okay, for knowing that New York State DOT requires specialized inspection, we requested 3 firms that have suitable capability of doing such to submit proposals. Hunt Engineers was one of them, and they said due to the timing that they would not be able to help us out. But we did receive 2 proposals, one from Lou Engineers and one from Ravi Engineers. Because this is a job that's kind of dependent on the contractor's schedule, we asked both firms to provide their anticipated hours of staffing and provide an hourly rate for their inspectors. So we received rates from Lou Engineer of $139.19 per standard hour and $125.40 per regular work hour. Also, so that's why we're recommending Ravi Engineering as the lower submittal. It's about 11% less than the Lou Engineer.
The 125 being the Ravi base.
The Ravi price, correct. One of the things we took into consideration was that with the proposed hours of work, or anticipated hours of work, Lou Engineers had anticipated 240 hours with 15 hours of overtime, and Ravi had anticipated 173 hours with 20 hours of overtime. So in fairness, we figured that somewhere, the reality will be somewhere in the middle, so we took an average, and then to come up with the price for Ravi's contract, we took that average and multiplied by the provided hourly rate. So that's how we came up with the $29,000. Or $28,000. There's also a couple small costs involved in that, where $294.80 was for reimbursable mileage costs, and the New York State DOT requires standardized testing, which was estimated at $1,000. So that's how we arrived at the full anticipated construction inspection cost.
Thanks, Ken. Any questions on any of that? This, of course, is slightly different. These are professional services, so they're done by request for proposal rather than through open bids.
My only comment is to note the efficiency with which everyone worked once the go-ahead was given, and particularly appreciative of Ken's work on this. He kept all of the parts moving so that we can get this done before the season ends.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad you mentioned that, Christine, because it was challenging. It was a lot of work to do. And we also had to make sure that the state DOT recognized the importance of this. And again, Senator Cooney was very helpful. The relationships he has with the DOT as chair of the Transportation Committee, I think were very persuasive. And so all other things, weather and everything else being equal, we are expecting to be able to get this work done
Yeah, excellent.
before the snow flies. Okay, hearing nothing further, we have a motion seconded. Dan, please call the roll on the motion.
Councilmember Werner?
Aye.
Councilmember Wilt?
Aye.
Councilmember Corrado?
Aye.
Councilmember Salzman?
Aye.
Supervisor Mealy?
Aye. We have no further business. The next town board meeting is our regular town board meeting a week from today, October 9th at 7 p.m. right here in the auditorium. Can I have a motion to adjourn, please?
I move that we adjourn.
Second.
Dan, please call the roll.
Councilmember Werner?
Aye.
Councilmember Wilt?
Aye.
Councilmember Corrado?
Aye.
Supervisor, Councilmember Salzman?
Aye.
Supervisor Mealy?
Aye.
Skipping right past you.
I know.
Thank you, everybody that put this meeting together on a special basis. We appreciate it. Have a great day.